Hey y'all, welcome to our first ever podcast. My name's Evelyn. I'm 22. I'm a Pisces and I live in Texas.
My name is Jess. I'm also 22. I'm a Libra. I also live in Texas, and I'm a mom of one 5-month-old little boy.
And I have no kids. But we wanted to start this podcast because we just wanted to share our experiences and maybe help others that are in a similar situation.
Yeah, life experiences, what we've been through, how we met, all that good stuff, and we'll just go from there.
Okay, so our first agenda is we're going to talk about how we met. We met in second grade. I originally moved from Minnesota, so I was born in Texas, then moved to Minnesota. But in second grade, I moved back to back to Texas, and that's pretty much where we met, and we've been friends ever since.
Yes, we did meet in the second grade. We've been friends for like 14 years now, which is
Yeah.
a long time to be friends with somebody.
Mhm.
I am originally here from Texas. I moved from where we're at, from our hometown to San Antonio in like 2018, and I got married in 2020, like height of COVID. And then I moved to Louisiana because my husband is in the military, and now we're back in Texas.
Yeah. And I also was born here in Texas, but then my parents moved to Minnesota for better job opportunities, and then in second grade I moved back. But towards the end of second grade, I did move again back to Minnesota, and then in my sixth grade, that's when I moved back again to Texas. So been here ever since. And when did we reconnect?
I think you either messaged
Oh
me.
yeah, I emailed you. I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
we were both in the sixth grade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were both in the sixth grade whenever we reconnected because you were moving back to Texas. And I think the reason we reconnected because I was dating your cousin at the time.
You're dating Jesse. That's my cousin.
I don't even know if I would consider that dating now because we were so young. We started dating in like the fifth grade.
I think I consider it dating because
we dated for so long. We dated for like 3 years.
Yeah,
we broke up in the seventh grade, which is wild.
but I'm kind of glad that y'all dated.
No, yeah, me too.
Because we've been friends ever since then.
Yeah, I mean we were friends way before that, but we hung out a lot more because of that. Yeah, we did. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I love going to your house.
Oh yeah, you were always at my house.
Yeah.
If you see me like glancing down, I have a baby monitor right here. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess sixth grade.
Yeah, I don't remember much of sixth grade, but we can see where we're.
So I remember. So the first, or like the number one, like I guess culture shock for me was the STAR test. That for me, I was like, what the heck
the
is
STAR
this?
test?
Yes, because in Minnesota, or I don't know if it was the state in general or just my school, we didn't have any like state testing.
No.
So when I came down, I was like, what is this? And I failed them because I didn't know. I didn't know what it was.
Sixth grade, I spent a lot of time. I did UIL in the sixth grade.
What kind of UIL?
I did.
What is that?
Solo serious and duet serious. So there's different types of UIL. There's like math, reading. I did a lot of the theater stuff because I love theater. So I was always competing. In the sixth grade, I spent a lot of time in UIL competitions, and we would go to San Antonio. But that's really where I spent my time, most of it. I didn't really spend a lot of time like after school other than doing UIL. But I don't have a lot of friends either.
Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, I remember you've always been quiet.
Yeah,
like, quiet
even now into like adulthood, I'm still very quiet. And you're a little bit too quiet whenever your mother-in-law says, "I'm so proud of you for being social today."
I know, like that, and I was like,
So yeah, my mother-in-law's the sweetest person ever. But she said that to me at my sister-in-law's wedding, and she's like, "I'm so proud of you," and I said, "Damn, is that bad?"
That's bad. Well, because you were like in the. What, making a speech or what were you doing?
So at her wedding, I was in it. I was the maid of honor, but also like, maid of honors, they do speeches and stuff. But it was also just talking to like her suegros and like everybody that was attending, and like the few days leading up to her wedding, you know, like make dinner reservations and stuff. And my mother-in-law was like, "Wow, you're talking to people," and I said, "Thank you so much. I appreciate you." I said that makes me feel great, but she meant it with like all the love in the world. Usually, like when we're in public, I like hide behind her, and she's just like.
You're like, you can, speak.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm good.
That's funny, and that's funny. I do remember you were always reading too.
Yeah, I was that kid that got in trouble for reading. Like, the teachers would be teaching, and I'd be reading a book, and they're like, "Can you not? I'm trying to teach you something. Can you just not?"
That's funny.
Yeah, I was always with the
AR points, dude. That was something like weird to me too, because in Minnesota we didn't do that.
I love the AR points. I was always competing for first place. I was either first, second, or third.
No,
the entirety of elementary school, I was either first, second, or third.
No, I think I was last. I was with Jesus. We just wouldn't do that. No.
You did enough to get a grade.
yeah, exactly. Because I was like, reading. What is this? We're getting points still? Oh heck!
And I've always read a higher level.
Yeah, I remember
those big chapters.
Yes, you always carry it. I remember.
Yep. I was like, my backpack was so heavy because I had like 3 or 4 like library books in my backpack. Yeah. And then we got to high school.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the early college high school program.
Dude, I loved that program so much.
I know what I did. We had very different experiences.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, because you were very quiet and I was like very like outgoing, and I got along with everyone. But I loved. Well, I mean, studying is my thing. Like I went like AR points was not my thing, but like learning about stuff was my thing. So I really liked it. Writing the essays, math, biology. Like I really liked early college.
See, I never had a problem academic wise. It was always like a people thing.
Oh, okay.
It was either like not the teachers, because the teachers were great, but it was like either like a principal thing or like a counselor thing or just like other students.
Oh, yeah, principal. Side eye.
Side eye. No, and yeah, we and you had very different experiences.
Yeah, we did.
I'm not saying it was all bad, because it wasn't. I had some good times. But the bad kind of outweighed the good, unfortunately. So every time I think about the early college high school, I cringe a little. And now my little sister-in-law is going into the early college program. Right. And I had told my mother-in-law, I was like, as long as it's a different principal, because if it's the same principal, just have her do dual credit.
Yeah, I think
it's Barrera now.
Is that the male?
Yes.
Oh, okay. He was the principal at the CTE.
Yeah, now he's the principal at the early college, and Miss Foss is the vice principal or the assistant principal, the counselor. Yeah, she's
Foss was okay.
Yeah.
she was alright. Depending, I mean, I get it. She was the only counselor for all these kids. So I understand her position. And
I do have to give credit where credit is due. Like, the program was still very new when we went into
it. We were just the second cohort. Like that, we were still new, and we just moved to the new building too.
Yeah. So I do give credit where credit's due. Like, it was a big adjustment going from the regular high school and the brand new program,
and then the college.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, you had to walk back and forth, and we only had like 3 to 5 minutes to get to class.
Yeah,
and it's hot down here, dude.
I do wish I would have graduated with y'all though. Like, I graduated in San Antonio, because I moved to San Antonio in 2018. I think it was our sophomore year when I left, like the middle of our sophomore year. So of course I had to move like mid.
Yeah, I remember having biology with you, and we would sit in the back. We would sit in the back of the desks. I remember.
The very back.
And then I started sitting by myself.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We had multiple classes together. I know we had biology together, and we had a few other classes together. I don't remember which ones though.
Yeah, I think, what was it? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't really remember who I had classes with. I know you had the AP classes.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like the normal ones.
No, but when I did move to San Antonio, I had the same experience you did, being the new kid.
Oh yeah,
in the middle. In the middle of the school year. But this time it was a little bit harder because it's high school, and
And I mean, I was grateful enough to have my cousin.
Yeah,
so it was easier for me.
And like, your sophomore year, you already kind of have your cliques of friends, so it's hard to make friends with
especially like in the middle of the year.
Yes, it's hard to make friends. So I don't think I made any friends except for like 1 or 2 that I still talk to every now and then. And the school was huge. Like,
yeah, I bet. Yeah, San Antonio has a lot of schools.
Yeah, they do. But I went to John Marshall, and that school was so big. Like the auditorium itself, like where they had like plays and stuff, it looked like an auditorium that you would see like in a big city. Well, San Antonio's a big city, but you know, like in the movies, where it's like that big like cone shaped, and it's like the spiral. It's so it was so pretty. But then like that was my second period, and I had to walk to freaking Timbuktu across the campus to the other side of the school to get to my third period.
Damn. And I'm over here complaining about our little high school and the college and the early college.
No, like the auditorium was here, and then I had to go through the school, down the stairs, and like out past the football field. And I'm like, I was never late. I was never on time ever, and I got lost for like the first 4 months.
I bet
of that year.
I bet, especially because the numbers or like the class numbers are never in order.
No, and there's so many people. Like it's such a big school. It's like I think it was like 15 or 20% more students than Del Rio High School.
Yeah, because we have only one high school, and it was like what, like how many students in our class?
I have no idea.
Yeah, we still had a big class.
Like 300, I think. 400, and maybe. The classes in John Marshall, like the graduating class, was like 800.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a lot, and it was a big adjustment too.
Yeah, because you're going from this small little town to like a fast.
And then learning how to drive in San Antonio was another thing. Yeah. Like the highways and stuff scared me for so long, but now I can drive them like nothing. I just don't want to.
Yeah, that was me in Dallas.
Whenever we go to San Antonio, Rolly's the one that always drives because I know, thank you.
Yeah, no, I still drive. I drive because I don't trust my mom, so I prefer to drive.
He's okay.
But yeah, like I said, I did have a very opposite experience than yours, especially because, you know, I had my cousins, I had my twin. I call him my twin, even though I call him my twin because we were born the same year, 2002. We don't look nothing alike. And since he was in football, I got to hang out with like the football kids, and then in Cienegas, all the Cienega people, we all rode the same bus. So I got along with everyone, and they got along with me. I mean, I was pretty mean, but I mean, other than that, you had to. I mean, because if you're not mean, other people are mean.
I know.
You.
No, yeah.
You have to be mean.
And that was my thing too. Like all through, like not necessarily in high school, but like before, I was bullied pretty heavily. Not like directly, but you know, you sit in front of somebody and you can hear them talking shit in the back. Like that was like the indirect bullying, which I mean, whatever. I guess everybody goes through.
Nah, not me.
No.
No, I mean, no one ever talked. I mean, I'm sure they talked behind my back, but no one ever talked about me around, like near me. Nor did they talk about my friends near me either. I don't want to say like, oh, I was fighting people. No, I wasn't fighting no one. But like, I feel like I just had a very dominant presence that they just knew that I would speak up. Like I'd say something.
Yeah, you know? And even like our friendship specifically, like it's lasted for, like I said, it was 14 years, and we went like almost the entire time I was in Louisiana without talking.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it was like 2-3 years that we went without talking at all.
And we came back like if we were just together like yesterday.
Yeah, and like.
And it was like that too in second grade. Like when I moved, and then we came back, like it was like nothing changed.
Yeah, and like when I moved to Louisiana, that was a huge culture shock. It was insane.
What's different over there?
Everything, dude. Like just the way people speak, and like you don't see a lot of Hispanics, really at all. The education system over there is like one of the worst in the entire state. Yes, it's so bad.
I thought this was bad.
And then also like learning to adjust to like the military lifestyle.
Oh yeah.
Because the first year that we were in Louisiana, we were living on a military installation.
How does that look?
I mean,
it's curious.
It's like it's like our own little town.
Also like Laughlin Air Force.
Yeah. So we were living on.
So were y'all like in townhomes or like in bunk beds or like how like?
So we were living in.
I imagine y'all like in bunk beds.
No. But it depends. A lot of bases are rank based. Like the neighborhoods that you get into are based on like the service members' rank. We were living in an apartment. It was a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. It was really nice. It was upstairs. We lived there for the first year that we were living in Louisiana, and then we bought our house off base because you just have a little bit more freedom off base because, you know,
and you want your own space and
on base,
and because on base they have curfews and
they do. not necessarily curfews, but they have like the noise regulations, like you can't like 10 and 6, you know. But also during the weekdays, at 6 o'clock in the morning every single day, over the loudspeaker they play
whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember the name. But yeah, every single day it would wake me up because our like apartment and then like a few blocks down was the speaker, so it'd wake me up like in a panic every single day until I finally got used to it and could sleep through it.
Damn, you can actually sleep through it? That's crazy.
And then,
so does that mean that your husband would sleep through it, or like
no,
like, get up?
No, he'd get up. But sometimes, like after you hear it for so long, I'm like, hey, get up, you gotta go to work.
Like he'd be like,
yeah. But too, like if they get caught outside, it plays at 6 o'clock in the morning and I think 5 o'clock in the evening. If you get caught outside, like they have to, if they're in uniform, they have to stop and they have to salute wherever it's playing, like
wherever they are at.
Yeah. Oh. Even like
they salute to like the flag, or they salute. Oh, okay.
Technically, if you're driving, you're supposed to get out of your vehicle, like stop your vehicle, get out, and then
let me salute.
Yeah. But also, like when I moved to Louisiana, it was a hard time making friends, and I made some really good friends over there, but it took some time.
Yeah,
because everybody's an adult now. It's not like you're not going to class and talking to these people every single day.
The person next to you don't see the same person.
And the drama on military installations is insane.
Dude, I bet
it's like high school. Like literally, it's like high school, but worse. Like they're grown adults talking shit to each other on Facebook.
And I bet the men started.
Yeah,
and their wives just like hop on.
Oh, and racism is really big over there too, unfortunately. Damn. Like literally, there's towns. So we lived in Leesville. So it's Leesville and it's Fort Polk, which is Fort Johnson now. But there's like surrounding towns, like really like sundown towns almost. Like they literally have signs like "No colored people allowed."
No way!
Yes. And it's like known. Don't go into these towns if you're not white.
So you're telling me they don't station like people of color in those?
Oh, they do, but like so Leesville itself is a military town. It's the surrounding towns around.
Like civilized cities.
Like like here we have like Brackettville. It'd be like the equivalent of Brackettville.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Yeah. So it's
that's crazy.
Yeah. Like my husband has
the fact that still exists.
No, I know. Like my husband has a friend. Like they were doing training in that area. And they were marching, and he went to go like ask for like directions or whatever, and the people like refused service, like just because he wasn't white.
Damn, that's crazy. It's 2024, like
yeah. At least it was like equivalent to Del Rio though, like with how small it is. So at least we weren't living in like a really big city, but it was okay. It was still hard to make friends and all that. The weather's awful.
I think the weather is awful here, but
it's like it's humid here, but it's over there. It's like 90 degrees with 100% humidity. So like the second you walk outside, you're sweaty.
Like the walls are just wet too.
Yeah, like we had a big problem in our apartment. Like military housing is well known to not be really well taken care of.
The best, yeah.
Like if we had our doors open for a little bit, like the ceiling would like have moisture and then it'd grow mold. So I'd constantly have to like scrub it. It's just because of how humid it is over there.
Yeah, that's nasty. Because it's like isn't it like a swampy area too? Makes sense, yeah. It's
swampy. There's a lot of alligators over there too. Like we'd go swimming in Toledo Bend, and there were specific places that you couldn't go because like that's where the alligators lived. Oh. And sometimes you could just see them floating through the lake.
Yeah, that was scary. Yeah, I would pass through Louisiana when I'd be going to like Disney World. And they have like weird gas stations. Like we would stop at gas stations that were like, I guess, exotic pet museums, or I don't know.
Oh yeah, there's one in Crowley, Louisiana. I bet. I think it's either Crowley or Lafayette. One of those.
I don't know. There was one where we stopped to put gas, and it said like exotic line or something like that, pet line or something like that.
I think it died now, but it used to. It was an old lion or tiger, but they had it outside in a cage.
Yeah. They just had it outside. And I was looking at the sign and I was telling my mom, like, Mom, I think they have a line here unless this is just for props. But I don't know. Yeah, we went inside and they had like alligator bobbleheads, and I actually bought one for Jesse for his birthday.
No, Louisiana's a trip. I do enjoy my time there though. I met a lot of very Cajun, like the Cajun accents.
I actually never tried Cajun, like the Cajun food. I've been wanting to try it.
So good. Like when we were in El Paso, the only thing I requested was to go to a seafood bowl because we used to go all the time over there.
Yeah, I love
not only are they expensive, but over there they're so good.
I have this thing where it's like, if it's good, the price doesn't matter.
Yeah, like we would go like every now and
if it's like it tastes bad and it's expensive, I won't be mad.
Like I remember we would go to restaurants, Fiery Crab. It's in the town that I worked in. Because we lived in Leesville, but I worked in Alexandria, which is like 45 minutes away. But Fiery Crab, we would spend like $200 every time we went. Well, we didn't go often, obviously. We spent $200, but it was so good.
You're really gonna drive 45 minutes. It's like here to like Eagle Pass or Uvalde.
Yeah, but sometimes like if I was already in Alexandria, like me and my coworkers, because we worked overnights, what we would do is like we'd go like right before they closed, and after all the patients were asleep, we'd eat. And I worked at a hospital, so we had gloves, so we didn't get all dirty or anything. So that was nice.
Damn, I want to try Cajun. I really do. You should make some.
I wish. I want to. You just need to get the boiler, like the big pot and the pan.
Oh, like the big like aluminum turkey pan or something.
Yeah.
Like oh, because you put water and it just.
It's so you get the big pot and then you get like the propane, like the boiler.
Okay.
And you put it on top, and that's how you make the boils.
Oh.
I mean, I could do it on my stovetop too. It's just it'd take longer because it's not like a big pot.
Yeah. Even if it was a big pot, it'd take longer to heat up.
Yeah.
I want to try like the crab legs with like spicy sauce and stuff like that. It looks so good when I like see it on TikTok. I'm like, damn.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And I didn't used to like seafood. Like growing up, I did not like seafood. I didn't like shrimp. I didn't like any of that.
I love crab legs, and lobster. Those are my favorite. Lobster with butter and lemon, dude. That's like.
So what I would get normally is like I'd get crawfish because I love crawfish.
I don't know if they look weird. I wouldn't want to try that because they're like the cockroaches of the sea.
They are. So I had some in my backyard when we were living.
What the heck? I mean,
they're called mud bugs for a reason. They live in the mud.
I thought they lived in the water.
No, they live in the mud. What? So the way they harvest them is they have these big like pieces of property, and they put like a few like inches of water, but they mainly live in the ground.
Oh, so like okay.
It's like an insect essentially. I know it's like disgusting.
Let me look it up. Cause I thought they lived in the water this entire time.
No, dude. Like we would go outside sometimes, and I'd see them like crawling in the grass.
Like, the crawfish are the ones that are red, right?
Yeah, they can be red or blue.
Red or blue? Blue crawfish?
The blue ones are the little ones.
Oh.
Like the non-mature ones.
So how does their accent sound?
I'm not gonna try to do it. It's cool though. It's like a mix of like, well, because Cajun they stem from the French.
Oh really?
Yeah. Louisiana used to be occupied by the French. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm kind of curious now. I thought they were just like walking in the water, like on the floor of the water.
No, you can find them on land.
Damn, that's crazy. That's even. Now I don't even want to eat them. I was gonna give them a try, but now
they're really good.
How do you even eat them? Because I know like crabs, you just crack it. Is it the same way?
So you don't eat the head. You just eat the tail. So you can, and sometimes the claws have meat. But like you can, this is gonna sound really bad, but like if you can just detach the tail from the head, and the head has a lot of juices, so you can like if you want to suck the juice out of the crawfish head. But you peel the tail and the meat's in the tail, so that's all you really eat.
And but how is there meat in the legs if they're so small?
Either meat in the claws or in the tail.
Oh, in the claws.
Yeah, because they have those big pincers. Thank you for watching. Like and share, comment. I will subscribe. We'll have all our links on social medias linked down below. We'll catch y'all next time.
Bye.